Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Pull the Trigger. We are all in an uproar. Pantone
Yes.
color of the year. So we are going to pull the King of Colors chart, and then we're going to do something really fun. We are going to take the different aspects and planets that are moving into different signs, give you some ideas around them, what they kind of mean, what they symbolize, do a little bit of kind of fun prediction type thing. And then it's gonna be interesting because I think I figured out where they got Cloud Dancer from. So I think I may have figured it out. So you're gonna see how a word called the zeitgeist, which you learn in fashion school, it's all about trend forecasting. You work in fashion almost 2 years in advance. So these colors are already out there in books, and you would go into these like special libraries, and they would have colors that are forecasted for years in advance. But I will tell you, with astrology, we too can probably tell you. And then we're going to look at some of the things like Pinterest put out their trends, and some of the things like different, I pulled some ideas of like different things different bloggers, influencers have said, who are a little more turned into trend casting. So we can kind of see where we see that in the charts for next year. So first, let's start with our King of Color. He's still alive. He was born in 1931. Okay. By the way, it took me a long time to figure out not only his birth date, I had to like go and look at Facebook posts for birthdays. I know he was born in New Jersey. So I'm going to pull up his chart. Here's my thoughts on this man's chart. So he was a biochemistry major. He then he was going to be like a doctor. Then he started working at this company. A few years later, decides not to go back to school to be a doctor, buys the company, creates this system for colors, this more of like standardized color coding system. So my thought when looking at his chart was, where can we see where you can be a trend forecaster? And my thoughts were, here you have his sun in Aquarius, which can be future focused. They can kind of be ahead of the trends. I really liked this as
Yes.
well. So
Yes.
this Aries, here you have someone who can problem solve. And I like that it's Aries. It's like first out of the gate problem solving. I looked down here at his Neptune in Virgo and I thought, organize the chaos, glamorize categorizing. So
Mhm.
he took the time to really put this together. I pulled out the big book of rulerships, which I don't know if you know, that's a book every astrologer should own.
It's true.
And it's true. It's literally a book that says Aries and everything that Aries rules over. So the sun rules over the full spectrum of color. Okay.
Mm.
And it's opposing Mars in Leo, which is the sun. It is retrograde, but to me it said, here I am organizing the spectrum to make more sense of it. And this is kind of like my gift out there to you all.
Yes.
So I really felt, and then his Neptune right here, trying down up here, right? And I was like, okay, he's literally doing the organizing of the color systems.
Mhm.
He's curating this catalog of color, and it's literally used in all areas of different businesses, whether you're digital. I can tell you in fashion, you would pick fabric colors from the Pantones, and then when the factories would send you dye samples, I would literally sit under a light box and be like darker, like I was in China going darker, 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 and they'd be like mixing colors. Some weird, wild stories. Literally at one point was like, I could die out here and no one would find me. But you're so they're literally standing over bin barrels, like mixing colors, putting it on a piece of fabric so that I could look under light boards to make sure we got the right color.
Mm.
So it's
Fascinating.
really interesting. And I feel like because it's also in Capricorn, I feel like it's in all the businesses. You use a Pantone, you use an RGB, like it's all coordinated through.
Mhm.
Then I was like, Oh, here's your Chiron on Taurus. Man, do people get pissed at your color choices?
Yes.
Man, oh man, everyone's got an opinion on your color choice, don't they?
Mhm.
But yeah, I just really liked it. I thought this, even his Venus in Sagittarius, trining right here into this fire, like it's beauty, aesthetics. I feel like that to me, this is where I found the king of color would be a trend caster working with colors.
I agree.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I wasn't really
Beautifully
like
done.
looking into his personality. I was like, let me know. Let me figure out where he would
Hmm.
kind of really take hold of an idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the color of the year, which is Cloud Dancer. Okay, so they describe it as billowy, balanced, white, imbued with a feeling of serenity. Cloud Dancer opens up space for creativity, allowing our imagination to wander and drift so that new insights and bold ideas can emerge and take shape. I mean, it's a blank space, right? It's the images that they showed was this person on a cloud with the sky in the background. I was like, okay, this to me felt like, you ready? I'm going to give you what I think this feels like. It's because it has Neptune in it, right? Being Pisces, dreamy, billowy. Neptune and Aries. And I felt like it was that if you add in, it's like if I'm making my own color, I felt like it was Neptune and Aries plus Pluto and Aquarius. This idea of you have to take hold of the ideas and it's out there and it's in the air. But the image is like a person standing there, right? I think their arms even up
Hmm.
and they're in the air. To me, it was like, take the idea down. You have a blank slate. Here you are on this earth. Go make something of it. That was my impression. What do you think of?
I like that. I like that
Right?
way of thinking. And I'm also gonna sprinkle in a little bit of Saturn going into Aries too, because
Mm-hmm.
can't have all that billowy, willowy, you'll just float off Neptune feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Clouds dissipate, nothing happens. Maybe it'll rain. Maybe it'll,
Maybe wait.
but you have to rein it in a little bit, you know?
Right. I think
Still have to color within the lines.
yes. Well, every cloud is a silver lining, right?
Good.
So
Hmm.
there you have some Aquarius. You're going to see a lot of metallics this year.
Yes.
So I really thought about, okay, so Saturn, here, let's play a little bit.
Okay.
Saturn's moving into Aries. So would there have been another color? Can we come up with a different color for the year? This is absolutely just have some fun. So I'm like, okay, so Saturn's moving into Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. This to me felt like Mars is very red.
Hmm.
It's hot.
Hmm.
But at the same time, Saturn is cold. To me, it felt like I literally wrote dried blood. Um, right? Hardened red, a hardened red color with some cracks in it, right?
Sounds terrible. Not pretty.
But I also liked, okay, so that's just some random thought. So, right, Saturn naturally rules Capricorn. Um, for like father time. It was its former ruler, Saturn's former ruler was Aquarius, right? Work, discipline, fears, lessons. I was like, do the work, get the reward. And it felt like old and the young. I felt like old Capricorn, toddler first sign Aries. I'm like, here's your Benjamin Button moment of like anti-aging, this quest for youth. Like, are we going to see like it's all about, it's like get ready with me in the morning, but is it going to be more about like, here's my workout routines? Are we going to get back to like, here is my routine to take 17 years off my face?
Hmm.
So I really kind of, and then we are going from Pisces to Aries as well. So I really feel like it's you, it's on you. Like you and I have said many times, this year is all about what you make of it. You don't get to rely on anyone else. The government, no one's doing it for you.
Mm-mm.
I also thought about like The Apprentice, like sharp tools, but also
Mm.
like the show The Apprentice and how people are having to go back into the office and this idea of like learning from the elders as well. And I was like, there's been a couple things that are like poet core. And I just thought young Encyclopedia Brown. That's what came into my mind is like this detective, dark academy, tweeds, like in the fall. I think you're either going tweeds or you're going vampy reds
Mhm.
because Venus is going to retrograde through Scorpio. And that to me is where I think you're getting a lot of this idea of vamp core. Go ahead, jump in. I will just keep going with my like
Keep
randomness.
going.
Okay, so then we have Neptune going into Aries, which is a higher octave of Venus. Neptune is blurs, addiction, imagination, dreaming, dissolves things, which you and I talked about. It's glamorizing competition. We talked about gambling, which we'll talk about gambling. But glamorizing competition, I wrote, is masculinity back? And I say this because I looked at a GQ article today and it talked about the trends for men. One of the things were like boat shoes, the quarter zips, ties. I was like, are we going to glamorize the kind of like the Saturn version of like what your little Aries grows up to be an older man? Are we going to see people take the men? Are we going to see more of a focus on maybe some men's fashion, which
Can
you
I
see
just tell you a
women?
story?
Yes, please.
Last night they announced the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I was watching these very young men, first of all. But what struck me, well, all of them, because they had all the Heisman Trophy winners, were the
Mhm.
beautiful suits with athletic shoes.
Mhm.
How more Saturn? I didn't say it was pretty,
Right.
but how very Saturn with the suit, with the Aries and
The athletic. Yes.
athletic shoes. Yeah.
But also remember, I mean, the chunky old man's shoe is the New Balance, right?
Yeah.
You have this like old and new mix. You're right, it is. Well, these kids, hey, I did it this past year too. We're out at a bachelor party and I wore gym shoes with my dress. And I was like, oh my word, magical. Although I love my high heels better. But yeah, it
Yeah.
is easier on your
Yeah.
feet. I can be quicker.
So, I
I can be
mean, and
quicker.
what is a gym shoe denoting? I am moving my body,
Sports.
I'm competing, I am athletic, I am perfectly coiffed.
I'm perfectly coiffed, and then you get to my shoes, and I'm about to run out of here.
Yeah,
That's the whole like,
exactly.
what's the Heisman? Is it like I don't know,
Yeah,
like
exactly. He's
whatever it
yeah.
is, something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I think it is. It's going to be wellness is going to be interesting. Wellness is going to be interesting.
Yeah, so far, not impressed.
Let's get to that. We have okay, so Jupiter is in Cancer through the
Cancer.
middle of next year. And
Mhm.
then it goes into Leo, which to me is like
Oh,
this roaring lion, excess, big creative energy. My first thoughts were solar flares, these shoulder pads. There was one, someone wrote glamourati, which is like this
oh,
idea of like the 80s, like 9 to 5, like 80s things, but then with like leopard print, fun tights.
yeah, that is
Big hair,
exactly what I've been seeing. Yes.
big hair Aquanet. Someone posted, I don't know if it was on TikTok, someone posted the photos from the 80s of like the Farrah Fawcett type hair. And they go, how do you do this? And so people are like, girl, hold up. It's this, flip your head over, blow dry like this. And it was like, no, you need to go buy the hot rollers. So I'm wondering, is it gonna be, you're gonna have these like glamazon looks again?
Ah, this is exciting to me, actually.
Right. I also wrote down, so I went through Leo. Leo also is birth rates, birth control, blood disorders. If we want to talk about like what are some of the yucky things that could potentially happen. but social clubs, and I think about how pickleball
Mhm.
in the clubs, gold sunflowers, get ready for sunflowers to come back. I don't know if I want them back. Guys, I've been through sunflowers once. I don't know if I need sunflowers back.
Uh, I don't see sunflowers, but I see a lot of gold jewelry.
A lot of gold. Gold's coming back.
Hmm.
Leo rules circus, and there was someone who posted. I've seen it a couple times, like circus core in homes, and I was
Hmm.
like, "What?" And then I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Leo rules circus. Are we gonna see?" Hopefully, it's just stripes, guys. I'm hoping it's just stripes. But Leo also rules cinema, film stars, sporting events. This is where we get into our glam or gambling,
Yeah.
and then picnics, parties, playgrounds. And I really felt like Jupiter and Cancer, we all started doing road trips again. It felt very much like family vacation. I feel like, so when we were growing up, guys, we used to go to company picnics in the summer. And I'm like, are we going to see people doing more of like picnic core? Like here I am sitting with my like, by the way, let me just give you all my ideas. Um, Here's you with your picnic basket with my perfectly aesthetically set up picnic in the park. And maybe someone's standing there painting us while we picnic in the park, right? This is what's coming. So I don't know. I thought Jupiter and Leo is going to be, but also a lot with the heart. I wonder if like heart disease becomes like a big, if something, it's like blood, hearts. It'll be interesting to see.
Mhm.
But if you take, you ready? So I have seen some pirate core. Hold still. Pirates, as in the boots that have the flip over, but also like the long sleeves.
Mhm.
Some influencer, her boyfriend, husband, new husband, they just did a mini golf birthday party for him, and everyone had to dress as pirates. Mind you, they're in their late 20s, early 30s. But I was like, Jupiter in Leo plus Neptune in Aries. Total aesthetic. It's like,
Mhm.
there's your pirate. So hopefully you can see, you can take some of these different aspects and go, oh my gosh, this is how we're getting some of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, ho ho ho, we're out on the like though I was like pirate, and I was like, oh, there's the pirate, Jupiter and Leo plus Neptune. He's on the water, like, oh
Hmm.
my god, I hope we bedazzle the hell out of eye patches. Let's just go with it. I can't use this eye anyway, so I'll just patch up. Brooches are becoming very popular as like
Well, I do love that.
so I feel like going from Jupiter in Cancer into Leo is like taking this family brooch and like taking the family heirloom and wearing it out.
Hmm. In the biggest, blingiest way.
That's what it is. They're like, they don't just have one on, they're like, let's make it gaudy.
Hmm.
They put on like
Yeah.
nine.
Okay.
It's like the same idea of these keychains on the book bags. Like, I can't just have one, I have 19 Labubus on it.
Hmm.
So then we have Uranus going into Gemini, higher octave of Mercury. All right, Mercury's communication, siblings, early learning. I think we're going to start seeing big changes in education. We already have, but I really think these kids who make up these words is going to get worse. I think their language. Also, I keep thinking quick transactions, dopamine. I wrote pixie sticks. It just feels like pixie stick, like, here we go. I'm ready to go. I also thought Gemini is normally the butterfly, but I think in Uranus it's the lightning bug. I just feel like,
Oh,
right? Don't you feel like it's like ting ting ting? Like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
it's not a butterfly. I'd like to see a lot of twinkly lights everywhere.
Hmm. I agree.
Um, so you and oh, so I have some more things. So Gemini, advertising, cars, buses, cabs, trains. Okay, transportation, books, breathing, bronchitis, pneumonia, whooping cough, which makes me think about kids.
Mm.
Letters and handwriting, which my daughter wants to learn to write her name better in cursive. So for Christmas, I actually bought her a handwriting workbook because they're
That's
not really
awesome.
getting that in school. But letters and handwriting, and you'll see a couple of places do these letter writing clubs where you don't give your address out. It goes through like a place and they
Oh,
like little
pen
shops.
pals. We're
Hmm.
gonna have a little pen pal club.
Right? I think
Yeah. I want to be in a pen pal club.
I would love to handwrite people. If you want me to handwrite you letters, or Patty
I
does,
will I will
you do
write you a
tarot love
letter.
letters. You do
I
tarot
do.
love letters, and
Hmm.
they were a huge hit this year.
Hmm.
Yeah. But gossip, news, post, press, radio, typewriters,
Hmm.
stocks.
Yep.
I wonder if we're going to have some stock movement.
Yes, we will.
Teachers, traffic. Looking at this, we also have Uranus is going to trine Pluto in Aquarius. Is going to do it 6 times. By the way, guys, this is flipping huge. Okay. This is big. This is six
Yes.
times. You're going to get 2 this year.
Hmm.
And the last time this happened was the roaring 20s. Okay. Woo, fun times, right? Now it's in Uranus and Gemini. And you and I have talked about thinking is the new wealth. If you can critically think, if just having your own ability to think and reason
Yes,
and not being a part of the hive mind
exactly.
is going to be huge. Um, I also I wrote this down like unearthing evolution population secrets,
Mm.
because also a little bit with that Jupiter and Leo, we keep talking about birth rates. I'm curious, like, are we going to find out maybe something that we didn't know about how we came about? Maybe. But also, I felt metallics and neon colors, which you see a lot of like glitzy metallic glam
Mhm.
and a lot of like metallic colors. I think we're going to get this like
Mhm.
a lot of fun. That I think is fun. This extra celestial, celestial, not terrestrial, celestial like metallic-y color,
Well, I like that too. I mean, Pluto is of the earth. It's like all of our gemstones, gold, everything comes out of the earth anyway.
right?
Mix it all up with airy Aquarius. Yeah, that's what you're going to get.
You're gonna get, yeah,
Metal. Uh-huh.
yeah. So I also looked at, okay, so Aquarius, like we already know that Aquarius, we have Pluto in Aquarius, right? Airplanes, aviation, astrology,
Hmm.
but blood circulation, blood disorders. I feel like the blood thing is interesting, but also like if you follow down a what do you call it, rabbit hole,
Rabbit hole. Hmm.
you go into, are they trying to find a certain bloodline? Bloodlines will leak back to like Jesus and Mary Magdalene,
Hmm.
right? And I'm like, ooh, this plays into like the Leo. Super fun. Go down those holes. But also clubs, clubhouses, club members, cooperative societies. And then I thought a little bit about Leo. Leo rules social clubs. I can really see, because we live in a time when it's gotten a bit violent and we don't know who's bringing what in, that parties become very much, are you on the list?
Hmm.
I feel like we're going to move more into some smaller club ideas, or like if there's an event, you've got to be pre-checked.
Yeah, that's not the secret knock.
Yes,
It's like the
right?
prohibition days,
Totally roaring,
speakeasies.
right? Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like, here's you slide the thing, and they're like, well, if you
Yep.
don't have
Yep. Yep.
today's password, that
You're
reminds me
not
of like,
in.
so when we were younger, right? The raves, you
Hmm.
had to have the flyer to then figure out to go to the next, like you had to kind of figure out where to go. And if you didn't
Yeah.
have the thing, you didn't get in.
Critical thinking. It all circles back.
Yeah. That I can really see, especially with like pickleball, this
Yeah.
idea of, also, I just feel like it's a level of security as well.
Hmm.
I think it
Yeah.
could get a lot, and digital IDs are going to be very, I'm sure the amount of information they have on all of us will
Hmm.
be delightful. It'll be a lot easier to do that with. So, what do you think of some of those?
Pretty fascinating and a lot of fun.
Right? Also, I'm like, okay, if I had to think about where do I think things are going, I think medically, I think we got to watch blood. I think we got to watch heart disease,
Mhm.
circulation, movement. I think we have to move. But I
Yeah.
also think people, because right now we're coming out of Pisces, which was take the shot, this will take care of everything, or take this pill, this will take care of everything. I
Hmm.
think we're going to learn very quickly.
Hmm.
That's only maybe one little component of the
Hmm.
full wellness story.
Hmm.
Pinterest called their color of the year cool blue, a frosted frosted makeup, like a cool frosted blue. What do you think about that color?
I like it better than white.
To me, whenever it's so funny, like I know whenever I go to someone's house and they have really tall ceilings and a lot of white walls or like white everything, I ask them, "Are you a Libra? Are you an air sign?" Because it just is. It's usually like to me they have to have like a lot of white space.
Hmm. I've always heard white makes you sarcastic. It brings the sarcasticness out of you.
I mean, okay, so let's say,
So sit in somebody's white room and see what happens.
well, if you sit in an all dark room, you lose your mind after 48 hours. They did that
Yeah,
study.
yeah.
But did you know what saves you in a dark room? So if you're stuck in a dark room 48 hours on a scientific experiment, because I read about it, talk to yourself.
Well, of
Talk, but
course.
you're supposed to talk to yourself and like, I am in a room and just continue a
Yeah.
conversation with like,
Hmm.
because it keeps a part of the brain moving. But then again, you're in that critical thinking, right? So keep talking to yourselves, guys.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
That's what they
Like,
say. It's a sign of genius as well. People who talk to themselves.
yeah, just but that's good. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm a little genius. So I
You're a
can
little
walk around.
genius. I
I'm a little
know.
genius.
Hmm.
So we also have in during Aries season this year, right? We're gonna have Venus, Sun, Mars, Mercury, all in Aries at the same time. This will be after,
Party.
like, no one's gonna take responsibility for because I'm not staying to clean it up. So you have on February 20th, right? We have the big Saturn, Neptune
Neptune.
in Aries conjunction at 0 degrees, like reset point. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's like reset. Okay, sweet party. And then we get to have a sextile of Uranus sext. So this is ready. This lineup of from 7/15, July 15th,
Mhm.
Uranus and Gemini sextiles Neptune in Aries. Okay, so here we get this little like poof, inspirational moment of like that feels
Yeah.
like, are you gonna take the inspiration? Are you gonna be the little cloud dancer girl or boy? I don't even know what it was. Human. Pull
Mhm.
it down. Pull down the inspiration. 7/18, July 18th, we get our first trine. Okay. On that's a trine between
Pluto.
Uranus and Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius. On 7/20, we have Jupiter and Leo trine Neptune and Aries. That's just
Glorious.
so big, so much fire energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
To
Yeah.
me, it just feels like hot air balloon. Here we go. We're just gonna keep
Yeah.
pumping the gas in it, and here we
Yep.
go.
Mhm.
And then we have on the day after, you have Jupiter and Leo sextiling Uranus and Gemini, probably waving down at the people from your hot air balloon. Hey
Mhm.
guys.
Mhm.
Then, like, not even a few, then, oh, I forgot to tell you, 2 days before that is when we have the basket in the sky, July 19th, super basket. So this is, well, we'll have to go into this like when it gets closer to this, but that's also what made me think of this like hot air balloon. You're in this basket, which is at 4 degrees. We're gonna do that later because it's a huge, significant.
You know what's coming to mind is like the old Wizard of Oz, the old
Mm,
one, like the original, and the wizard takes off in his hot air balloon
yes.
and leaves everybody behind. Goodbye.
Well, I think about like, so
I
if we got
lied to you all, but goodbye.
so mean. Well, I mean, we start with that July 15th, that sextile. So we're pumping
Mhm.
air. If we decide
Mhm.
to like, first of all, it's like, oh, let's get in the balloon. To me, that's like, hey, you want to get in this hot balloon, Patty? Let's get in this hot balloon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so Aries and Gemini.
Right?
They're a
Yeah.
dangerous combo.
Like, I got this fun idea. You want to do it? And then
Yes.
on the July 18th, it's like, okay, I've got this trine with the Pluto and Uranus. And it's like, okay, let's do this. Let's like really let's go change, let's go like fly over the world. What's
Mhm.
stopping us, right? Then you've got the basket, so we're in the basket. And you've got then we're like, okay, we're going. We're high now. Let's pump
Mhm.
it up a little more. And then like, so you get on the 20th, you got that Jupiter trine Neptune. So we're continuing to pump that gas. The 21st, because it has that sextile to Uranus, I'm like, is it pop? Does the firmament, does the lid of the earth come up and we then see what's underneath? Because we end this whole thing on July 25th with Neptune and Aries sextiling Pluto and Aquarius. It's like, do you want to see what it really is there? You want a red pill or blue pill?
Yeah.
Do you really want to see? Right, which are you gonna stay hive mind? Are you gonna be awakened? I don't know. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it feels like, yeah, it feels like we're in this. To me, it's like you're in this hot air balloon. And we're in the basket. We're just sitting in the basket.
Hmm.
You get to decide which version of reality do you want to play in. I don't know. As we get closer, I think we'll do some things that like really go into detail on that.
I agree.
But just know we can all get in the basket if you want to. We can decide if we want to stay in the basket. Where's your stop?
Right.
So which color? What color? What is going to be your color of the year? I putting you on the spot.
Oh, me?
Yeah, what's your color? I mean, I feel
Oh.
like Neptune is bluish, but then you put Neptune in Aries, which is red, you got a purpley color.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think Pluto in Aquarius, that gives what I feel like that, well, Aquarius to me is like the metallic-y, like pearlescent color.
Yeah.
But then you put Pluto in there, which can have this red. So it almost feels like a pink iridescent kind of feel to me.
Hmm.
I mean, Jupiter and Leo just, it just looks like the color of like candle fire. Uranus and Gemini. Gemini's, I don't, it's, I don't, that color I don't really know. I feel like that color is like probably a cube of different colors.
Yeah. It feels like it smells like ozone to me. It just feels like
There's your cloud dancer.
I know. All right. Okay, I can see where it's coming from, but it does.
Smells
It
like
just feels
Aquanet in
like
the ozone.
ozone, the smell of ozone, a
Yeah.
burnt, a blown out match is what it smells like.
Oh, and that like, and you're right. I feel like it's that grayish
Yeah, kind of
silver lining.
smoky. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that, yeah, that it's like,
yeah.
yeah, you
Don't
don't
blink,
really,
you'll miss it because
it's quick.
it's like once in a lifetime shooting star
Yeah.
quality to it. Mhm.
Yeah. I don't think I would have picked Cloud Dancer as my color of the year.
No, no, not with everything as exciting as 2026 astrology looks like. And I'm talking like nail biting sometimes and
So we figure, okay, so you're gonna have a Venus retrograde that then retrogrades
yeah.
into Libra, and all of the Mercury retrogrades are in water signs.
Yeah. Hmm.
So
Wet blanket. Wah, wah.
that's when we put out the fire. You throw the wet blanket on it. Oh, you think you're gonna do that by yourself?
Yeah.
Wet blanket comes on you. Good thing weighted blankets are so popular, right?
Well, and maybe it's a good maybe let's talk about Mercury, talk mental health and bringing the emotion into it. So maybe we'll come up with new ways of mental health and taking care of that, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of really big energy coming, and it's going to bring up a lot of things. And so you are going to need to decompress, without poking the balloon and
Yeah.
letting it all explode.
Without
So
poking our big parachute or big
yeah,
hot air
exactly.
balloon.
You know,
Yeah.
I know if it does happen, hopefully it's a slow leak and you could.
Patch it. You know, I got a patch kit. Everyone who has hypervigilance, we got a patch kit.
Yeah, patch kit,
You
right?
think I wouldn't have a band-aid in
Mhm.
my purse? Like, what?
Exactly, exactly. So maybe
I think I would have
everybody moving at
chosen,
the speed of light, that you are going to, that retrograde in water is going to be much needed, I think. Like, maybe we should go back and revisit that and talk that through
we
a little bit.
put a lot of emotion, or I put a lot of fire in the night. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna need a
Yeah.
What's the color of fire blankets? Those blankets you throw on fires? Maybe that's our color of the year.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that, well, that would be like grayish. That would be also depressing.
Well, I mean, it could be a metallic silver, could be,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, I feel like it could have been shiny.
hmm
Could be a set of metallics. Yeah, I'm like, oh, white. And I'm like, I mean, I get the idea of blank space, color it the
Nah.
way you want to, but it's just really also, so they have a documentary that came out in theaters in limited release on December 12th, which is called King of Color documentary. I'm like, oh, is this like a marketing thing? We put out the most controversial color.
Yeah.
So I'm
hmm
so over the please control my mind with your media and marketing.
hmm
Change up your game a little bit. You're getting boring. It's too predictive.
hmm
Yeah. I think I would have gone with a little bit of like a reddish color.
I
I'm
agree. I
feeling red.
agree.
I feel
hmm
like everyone needs a pop of red accessory, especially with like Leo in the heart, Scorpio retrograde, all this fire. I feel like you need to carry one red accessory on you at all times.
I agree. I agree. I
Hmm.
agree. And especially everything coming out of Neptune, sorry, Pisces, everything coming out of Pisces, I just want to be wrung out and I want to put on my red dancing shoes. I want to,
Right.
you
Put on your
know,
red shoes.
I
Yeah.
read a thing today that said brain health. It was about brain health, and it said the first thing you need to do to heal your brain is move your body.
Oh,
And how beautiful is that as let's step into Aries, let's put on our red dancing shoes. Let's put on our athletic shoes with our suits.
yeah, let's go play. Do you remember when we
hmm
grew up, like when we grew up, your park, like the band
Yeah,
shell,
yeah.
you'd have like people would come and play and people would dance, or
hmm
I think we need a little footloose back. I don't know, something,
I agree. I agree. I agree.
a
Yeah.
little something fun.
hmm
Yeah.
Less pulpit, more movement.
Yes. I less.
Yep, yep.
I don't want my dopamine from your chitter chatter.
No,
I'm gonna take dopamine from my movement, maybe, or something. I don't know.
exactly. Exactly.
Maybe
hmm
Uranus and Gemini, we just gotta like shock the brain back with some movement.
Oh, I love it.
Hmm?
A little Frankensteiny. I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. No.
Mm,
Oh,
bless you.
yeah. It does feel like this elect like either you get a lobotomy or you get like the shock treatment of like you're alive again.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, like CPR, like the heart coming back to life.
Yes.
Look at that little bow I gave you.
Yeah, I do feel like, yeah, things with heart. I also was
hmm
watching a movie last night and the MGM logo came up with like the lion, the movie studio, and I was like, ooh, so much with like Leo and Aquarius and different things that have to do with like movies and acting and theater. And I'm like, I wonder Hollywood's just in this, well, they're kind of like dead, is it is kind of taken over.
That's
But
so
I'm like, will we see, what are we gonna see from that?
that's so funny you say that to me because for me, I saw the same one, the MGM, and so
Oh, the logo
your
came up?
mind goes blah, 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 back up, and so I've
Yeah.
seen photos of how they actually filmed him,
Oh, that's a
filmed
real
the
lion. Oh, it has to be because it was
well,
filmed
it
on.
was a real lion, but last night I was thinking, is that a real lion or
Oh, they probably
did
changed
they
it out, didn't
digital
they?
him? Did they
AI
AI
them?
him?
Probably. They probably did.
Yeah. But in the back in the day, it was a real one, and they had him on a bench with his head through a like a curtain, and he would roar, you know, in a nice way. They didn't abuse him or anything to make him roar, which I was worried about, but they didn't. It was,
Yeah,
but then
interesting.
looking at him, I was like, boy, that's a big lion. That's not even a real one. Hmm.
That's funny. But you're right. And well, that's circus too, right? Like what is going to
Yeah,
happen with the Hollywood that is circus? Also,
Exactly.
Aquarius is like rules over like Congress, House of Reps, all these different parts of
Mhm,
government.
mhm.
And I'm like, I think we're all done with the circus of the politicians. I
I
think we're all like,
agree.
oh, you guys are boring. Like, stop it. Just do your job. Go
Exactly.
do what you were hired to do.
I agree.
No one wants to
Maybe
hear you
Pluto
anymore,
will help with that.
right? Maybe
Mhm.
we could go for some structural
Yeah,
changes
I
in our
agree.
government. Okay, so what did you
Okay.
decide your color is? Metallics?
Oh, yeah. Red metallics
Red metallic. I
with
feel
a
like
big brooch.
big with a big heart brooch.
With a big brooch. Yeah.
Yes, we're going for unity and love, not heartbreak. Is that what I saw
And
something?
super fast shoes.
Super fast shoes. Ooh, I'm so glad
Yeah.
about I have my red bottom shoes.
Hmm.
Maybe this is the year I just sit in them all the time. I can't
I
walk
think
in them too far
so.
because they're way too high.
I
The
agree.
shoes are
There's
long.
your red accessory.
Yes. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is just us enjoying the moment.
It was fabulous. This is
Yes.
fabulous.
But
Thank you.
you can think about as the year goes on and things, maybe it'll pop up. Like
Mhm.
you'd be like, oh my gosh, you mentioned the heart. This we have this massive heart pandemic or whooping cough or something. And you'll be like, oh damn it. Now you can just blame. Now you can blame the planets and not just Earth. I'm giving you new things to blame. It's not always Earth's fault.
Right, right.
Sometimes it's Uranus. Please like and subscribe. If you'd like to do 2026 year ahead readings with us, where we can break down the transits, how they hit your chart,
Mhm.
major things coming up for you. It is a big year. So either you take action or I guess we just let you
You'll
float
just
off
drift away. You'll
the
just be a cloud
honeymoon.
dancer.
Cloud dancer. Twirl, 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 twirl.
I know.
All right. Thank you.